I'm gonna be really honest with you. I was so like used to, because this has happened in other off collabs before, especially the second one. There were a couple or like a number of really weird, quite nasty people who I hope are no longer members of this community who would say, "Why are you hanging out with your friends and not with us?" And genuinely, when I posted my tweet, I was worried that I was going to be receiving the same kind of commentary from some fucking weird people, sort of saying like, I don't know, because that's why I wanted to stream anyway because I do miss you guys, but there's a little part of me that was like, oh, I shouldn't have left them alone for this long and I should be spending time with them and not with my friends, right? But then to see that when I made that tweet and I said like, hey, like it was totally innocuous and I didn't have any weird feelings about it whatsoever. But it's like I made that tweet because I knew the other guys are going to be busy and I thought, oh, it'd be great to spend some time with my kindred, especially considering everyone else is busy today. And so I figured it would be a great time. And I made the tweet with that little expectation in my head that some people were going to be weird, like, oh, you know, where have you been? And all that kind of stuff. But like all of the response I saw to it was like to know that I was expecting the opposite and I was expecting, oh great, like everyone here is doing amazing and you're all being so wonderful to me and saying like, oh, you know, really happy to see you. And that's what I wanted, you know, just to get to spend some time with you guys. But to be honest, I felt like there was some motivation in making that tweet, even though I didn't have a plan, was because there was still a little part of me that's like, oh, some people are going to be weird about it. But then when I made that tweet, and without even asking for it, to see people telling me, no, if you don't want to, you can just spend time with your friends, I was like, oh, I felt so cared for, you know, I don't know, I felt so looked after for once, and it was really heartwarming. Because I don't know, there's a part of me that when I stream just as me, that I feel like I'm the caregiver, you know, and I sort of, I mean, I don't mean to scold you, even if you're into that. Sometimes it does feel like I have to babysit some of you. And so it's like, sometimes having a community of this size feels like you're trying to plug holes in a ship and new random issues will crop up while you're looking at something else and it's impossible to keep track of. And to just get the chance to go away on this trip where I was already worried about spending too much time. It's not about worrying about spending too much time with my friends. What I was worried about was announcing my return last week and then needing to go away again so soon because this had been organized for a long time. Which obviously is fine, and I know I can take breaks, and I know you'll allow me, but it was so nice to just feel looked after, you know, to feel like people were giving me a nice hug and saying, like, no, just go off and have some fun, because, I don't know, I love you guys very much, like, genuinely very much, but like any healthy relationship, it's not healthy if the other person can't just take some time for themselves and take some time for their friends, you know. And so I really appreciate like the very kind members of this community for being kind back to me, because I really appreciate that. I mean, that's kind of always the sort of message that I've wanted to preach, is that your own life is so important, and having friends, relationships, and healthy ones at that is so important, that it's definitely raises a few interesting talking points, considering I didn't feel as though I deserved that for myself. But I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better. And it's so nice to get to just spend that time with my friends as well. And we get some lovely supers. Thank you.